Good evening, everybody. How are you? Welcome. I'm just going to sit for a moment and give a minute or two just for some people to come and watch live. I know there are some people who do want to watch this live with me here as I present it. But aside from that, it will be available to stream afterwards on my YT channel. So I'm just going to sit for a moment and allow a few people. Hello, there's somebody right there. Just give a moment for just a couple of people to show up and watch live. I don't like to start off the conversation and then a bunch of people show up 5 minutes later. But anyway, I hope everybody's well. And while I'm waiting for some people to show up, I could just take a moment to thank many of you. You know, I don't know many of you, and I'm fairly new to TikTok. And so many of you are new to my life as well. And I truly appreciate the opportunity to connect with you on a daily basis and reading your messages and doing one on one meditations and having one on one conversations with many of you. So, again, I truly want to. I'm just seeing what that says there. I'm truly grateful to have you in my life. And tonight's conversation is really good. The power of self healing is something that is completely real, and there are many intricate parts to it. And I'm really looking forward to presenting this conversation because right now, as I'm sitting there, it's right there. You know, some of the really good, crisp information is right in the forefront of my mind, and it's going to be a good conversation. And I truly believe if you listen carefully and we can put our own egos aside for a moment and we can just kind of, uh, um, embrace the fact that we're going to hear information sometimes that's going to be completely true to us, but it's going to resonate. It's going to affect us in a weird way at first because we're so used to hearing things a certain way. And, that's it. So we're going to kick into the conversation right now. Okay? Good evening, everybody. Welcome. My name is Jay, and as I just said a moment ago, I'm really glad to be here, and I'm extremely grateful to be a part of your life and to connect with you on a daily basis. So, listen, the power of healing. I can tell you that I very rarely go to doctors, and I self heal many of the things that go on with my life, even down to very serious injuries. Quick story, and this will give a couple of people time to show up. Quick story. My son is 6 years old now, and it's okay. So about 7 years ago, all of a sudden I started having a lot of pain in my shoulders and my neck. I didn't understand what was going on. It came out of nowhere, and this was a very serious, very heavy chronic pain. So I started going to a massage therapist a couple of times, trying different techniques that made it worse. And then I went to see a chiropractor because I'm an advocate of chiropractors. I hurt my lower back when I was about 18 in a landslide in Montserrat, and a chiropractor saved my life. Definitely did. So, long story short, I went to a chiropractor. This guy was cranking and adjusting my neck all sorts of ways and 3 times a week for like 2 weeks, and I was in excruciating pain. It was just absolutely unbearable at that point. And finally, I broke down and I went to see my doctor. My doctor sent me to off for an MRI, and lo and behold, I had two very severe, complete ruptures in my cervical spine. One is in the C between C4 and 5, which is right about at the Adam's apple, right here. And it's that one when you lift up, you're always creasing your neck, so great. And the other one was the C6 and C7, right above the T1, right at the base of your neck, another worst spot. And that one in of itself, if this is the spinal cord, you could see that the discs were completely pushing into the spinal cord. I couldn't lift a plate of food to hand it to my wife. She was pregnant with my son. I was freaking out. I saw the MRI. The doctor, the neurosurgeon, right off the bat, fusion surgery. I said, I got to think about this. Fusion surgery. You need fusion surgery right now. We got to get you in. I went, whoa, slow down. Went home. Somebody said to me, check out an upper cervical chiropractor. I said, dude, I'm not letting anybody touch my neck like that. He goes, no, seriously, look up NUCA, National Upper Cervical Chiropractor Association. So I looked this up, and lo and behold, I checked this person out by spending time with them, which we'll get into at the end of this conversation, and doing the things we're about to talk about. I have not had fusion surgery. I'm not going to go jumping off of a 20 foot ladder onto the ground because just at 53 years old, that's not something I should be doing anyway. I have no problems, nothing, everything is good. I feel great. I live a normal, absolute life, and I have no fusion surgery. I could look completely down, touching my chin to my neck, completely up, completely left behind me, no problems. I can turn my head fast and stuff like that. So really amazing stuff. I have had absolutely stomach problems, lung infections, rashes, and I have not gone to a doctor and healed every single one of these things. Now, the power of self-healing comes in 3 parts, of course. Three, always three, always three, the universal number, the Holy Trinity, right? So you've got the mind, the body, and the spirit, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So you want to heal yourself. Let's say, you're just not feeling well, you have no energy, you find out you've got some kind of a virus, and it's something that you can take care of with diet, adjusting your diet, being good and healthy, right? So let's just say it's some kind of a case like that, because listen to me. If you fall downstairs and your bone is sticking out of your leg, you need to go to the emergency room. If you have a tumor, a growth on you, something's going on, you need to go see your doctor. There is a limit to what self-healing is going to do, especially in our limited, corrupted minds. So with that being the case, this is exactly what I can do, and this is the only way I can present it to you, is by using myself as an example. Most recent thing. Okay, perfect example. Most recent thing, and I have videos about this on my IG channel. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I got this massive pain. I couldn't breathe in, pain in my back. It was unbearable. This was only about 3-4 months ago. I thought I broke a rib. I looked online. There was some other thing somebody had mentioned that looked like it was. Go to the doctor, take ibuprofen. I didn't do any of those things. So instantly, you want to heal yourself. Now, you may want to heal physically. There could be something physically wrong with you. You may want to heal mental scarring, trauma, abuse, things like that. Or you may want to heal your spiritual plane. Now, look at it this way. If you want to heal your body physically, you need the connection to your higher awareness. It's a two-way street. Your higher awareness, you're not going to be able to access those kind of types of healing energy to heal yourself. So the first thing you want to do off the bat is start eating better, because if you're not eating better, eating right, if your body is not running right, your mind's not running right, you can't connect to the higher awareness. You're trapped in that. The higher awareness is not going to come through. And that's why things are going to be failing in your life, when you're manifesting in your life, when you're trying to manifest, when you're trying to get out of your thoughts. None of these things are going to be going on. And that's what you're trying to do. 90% of you are trying to heal generational trauma, relationship trauma, and just the overall fact and depression of society, the weight of the world, and the way that we live our lives, right? So we want to heal ourselves on a mental, a physical, spiritual plane. Me first is about the body. It's about the body. If you are not taking in the right nutrients and eating the right foods, your body is not going to function properly. If your body is not functioning properly, your mind is not clearly operating, and you are not making that connection. So the first thing you want to do is limit the bad foods out of your lives, the excess sugars and salts and all of these things. You want to get rid of these things to physically start feeling better. No drinking soda, getting rid of alcohol and all of these things. Eating bright, fresh foods, fruits and vegetables, high nutritious meals. That's what you want to do. Your body will start to feel better. It will feel better. You are working on your immune system. Hello, listen to these things. When your body is feeling good, when you are feeding your body excessive nutrients, green juicing, I juice all the time. When you are doing these things, all of those nutrients and stuff are running through your brain. You start to think better. You're feeling better. You're thinking better. You're more clear and focused. Once you become more clear and focused and in tune with yourself inside, where you're again trusting that voice and that guidance inside, you are connecting to the higher awareness. You have the ability to heal. So simply, and we're going to get into energy healing. There's Reiki and all sorts of things, but I'm talking right off the bat, your intention. And if you sit there and you take a deep breath into that part of your body, I'm breathing in my healing energy. I can feel the pain and pressure leaving. Every breath I take in is divine light and healing energy. Every breath I let out is the pain, the bacteria, the virus, whatever is affecting you. If it's in your heart, if it's relationship trauma, you're breathing into your heart. I am breathing divine healing energy deep into my heart. I release this pain with forgiveness for myself and all involved. And on the exhale, you are letting out that weight. And if it's something on the mind, you can't get past the thought in your mind, you breathe that breath right into the third eye, right into your intuitive space. My mind is clear and focused. Any darkness and chaos leaves my body. And on the exhale, you do this. You believe this because you are a being of light, of energy, and you have the power with your intention and your words to alter the vibrational frequency inside of you and outside of you. And we know we're fluctuating in and out of existence constantly. So as you are setting this new intention, I am healing, my body is healing, my neck is healing, it is going to align perfectly. The scars are going to heal so it stays in perfect place. I believe it. It's healing. I'm feeling better. I'm breathing that into my neck. I'm breathing that energy and belief in. I'm touching my energy and I'm feeling it and I'm connecting with it. All of these things you have this ability to do. And that aspect right there, touching. This is why things like Reiki and Prana Nadi and things like this are very popular. Healing techniques. We even go back to thinking about Buddha and Jesus putting his hands on people and touching. And we'll talk about that another time because that's an amazing story. The holy anointing oil and the issues with the church because of teaching and healing people outside. So what is healing with the hand? What is healing with the hand? Now, without divulging, because it's not right to do, without divulging certain spiritual teachings and healing practices, in a nutshell, a healing technique like Reiki, Prana Nadi, these things are drawing energy, transferring the healing energy into you. And what it does is, whether it's a mantra, a prayer, I am using my energy to blah, 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 or whether it's a symbol. Some use symbols that represent different types of levels of energy to heal certain parts of the body, the mind, the spirit. And as they're touching you, excuse me, so sorry, as they're touching you, you're focusing on this healing symbol, this healing mantra, this healing prayer. They're drawing that energy from inside their body, from the universe, and they're transferring it, projecting it into you. Now, one of my favorite things, and it's biophotonics, biology, we're a biological being, and photons, energy. This is one of my favorite things, and I want you to listen to this carefully. And if you are a healer, a Reiki teacher, a Reiki master, if you practice Prana Nadi or any of these things, or even massage techniques, listen to this very carefully. Because I promise you this, and this is the divine message part of this entire little event we're having here. If you incorporate this into your healing techniques, I guarantee you it will amplify the healing energy. Your clients and people who you are serving will feel much better and it will last much longer. Now, a lot of things become a placebo effect to people. You are healed. You could walk. Praise Jesus. Oh, and I'm walking, you know, and I'm not trashing anybody's religion, but a lot of these things, I mean, some of them are just complete scams and gimmicks, and you know that, so don't deny that. And a lot of it is just a placebo effect, believing so much, which is perfect because that's what we want to do, believing so much that that healing energy is doing this to you, right? And it's divine. We are all part of the divine light. So, biophotonic healing. If you came to me and said, Jay, I don't know what I did, man, but my elbow is killing me, man. It is hurting me. Can you heal me? Can you heal me? I would say, I'm going to help you, right? So I would sit you down. I would have you breathe, just get nice and comfortable, and listen how simple this is. Listen how simple this is. The mind, right? The mind projects the thought and the intention, and the body reacts. Or we feel something instinctually with one of our sensors, chakras, and it alerts a certain part of our body to something's going on. Intuitive gut, heart, right? All of these things. So if I'm going to heal you, what I do to you is I place one hand physically on your spine where that nerve, where that neurological pathway goes from your spine out to where the nerve, the neurological pathway ends in your elbow. And in that case, I can assure you I know it is right there in the T1, C6, and 7 junction because I've got a collapsed, crushed vertebrae there. Okay? So what I do with you is I sit you down, we breathe, I meditate, I bring you beyond the ego, I bring you out of the body, within the body, right? Deep into the consciousness to a place of the emptiness and void where there's no thoughts, beyond the thought and noise. One hand is placed on the spine of the person you are healing. So I'm touching you by your neck right now. I take my other hand and I place it on the place where you are feeling the pain. I close the circuit. I make a circuit on you, touching your neck and touching your arm. And what I am doing, as I'm touching you, physically touching you, I am coding my cells, my photons. I am coding my body, my energy that is vibrating in and out of existence as it is touching you. I am taking my own healing energy, my own divine light, and I am passing it through to you, through your body, through your pain, and I am taking your pain and recycling it back out into the nothingness. And I do this, and I can, even just sitting here saying this right now to you, having my hands out, I could feel my palms pulsing. And I just sit there and I hold the neck, I rub the neck, I'm rubbing the elbow, I'm connecting, I'm taking my energy and passing it in through both areas, completing that circuit, removing the pain, but just removing it by constantly feeding, giving it my energy, my divine energy. I believe that I am transferring my biophotonic energy through your body, through your neurological network. The electricity in my body is traveling through the electric conduits of your body and reaching that pain, and it is alleviating it. And you don't even have to touch them sometimes, and you can feel the magnetic pressure, almost like a positive and negative magnet. I do this with my hands, and I can feel it right now. I can absolutely play with this ball in my hand. You do this, and it's all about your belief, my friend. It's all about your belief. It doesn't matter what healing technique you've learned. Every single one of this have this ability. Listen to me. Think about when you were a child and you were hurt or you were sad, and your mother or your grandmother or somebody would hold you and they would tell you it was going to be okay. And in their arms, you felt it. You felt safe and you felt better. They were giving you their love, their energy. They weren't even aware of what they were doing, but you were receiving this. And it's the same thing we can do for each other. It's the same thing. Sometimes we don't have to touch each other. I was in line at the supermarket the other day. I'm watching the cashier, this woman, she's probably a little older than me, and you can see in the hands, the skin, life has been coarse at times. Life has been coarse. You know, we can look into the eyes of our brothers and sisters and see their pain easily, right? So I'm watching her interact. She's very pleasant, very nice. I get up there, I do my transaction. She's not even looking at me. I'm bagging my stuff and everything. And I just have this smile on my face and I'm just looking at her when she's going to hand me my receipt. She hands me my receipt and still doesn't look at me. And I'm like, I hope you have a nice day. And she looks up and goes, oh, I didn't even look at your face that whole time. Look at your face. And I said, you have a beautiful night. And she goes, I'm going to have a beautiful night now. And it's that simple. It's that simple. We project an electromagnetic field. I talk about this all the time, and it's scientifically proven. You can see the images. We project, our energy radiates out of our body, and we receive and pick this energy up from people. You walk into a concert, an electric event, you feel that in the air. You walk into a funeral, you feel that heaviness in the air. We project it when we go, I love you. I don't know you, but I promise you, every bit of pain you're going through is a lesson. It is going to enable you to know how to navigate this world and heal and help every single person you ever encounter who needs you there. That's what you're doing, right? And believe this, because this is the truest words I'm ever going to say to you. I absolutely love you. You could believe this because you know it's true. I can sit here and scream at you and yell at you, and you would feel that anger and rage. We do this to each other. We do this to each other when in our families and our friends. We inhibit that healing energy. We break down our confidence. Our minds get corrupted. So the top of this conversation, what was the most important thing I said? Who's listening? The three. Physically, mentally, and spiritually. You cannot self-heal without any of those things. And right now, so many of you are physically unhealthy. You've been so defeated, so broken, so pushed down into the ground that you can barely get up. So many of you are mentally just damaged. You've experienced so many traumatic experiences that you can't get past them. Some of you are absolutely spiritually disconnected. You don't feel it, you don't hear it, you don't believe it. Some of you, which I almost want to cry for you, are all three, or a section of. And we all go through the exact same three things to some degree in life, my friends. So listen to me. Again, if you're eating bad, if you're eating bad foods, if you're eating junk foods, if you're eating late at night, if you're consuming lots of dairy, or any dairy, if you're consuming dairy, if you're consuming sugars, if you're consuming salts, you are contributing to bad things. If you are eating processed packaged foods, if you are sitting down at night and stuffing potato chips and soda and all of these things down your throat, you are literally feeding your body poison. If your body's feeling like poison, your mind's working like garbage, you're never going to hear that higher awareness. You're going to second guess and self-doubt yourself. So the first thing is start to eat better. Start to eat better. Start to eat better. As I said at the top of the conversation, when we eat better, we begin to feel and think better. We look better. Wow, look at this. What's going on? I'm eating fresh vegetables. I'm cooking like vegetables. I'm eating fruits. You're eating nutrients. And get this. This is one of my biggest arguments with people, and we haven't gotten there yet here on TikTok. Fruits and vegetables and water. What's interesting about that? Those are the things that this planet naturally provides for you without having to kill another life. It's just the suppression of society and the enslavement of society that makes us work for water, fruits, and vegetables, lands, which we are a natural, absolutely natural, organic part of it. No man has a right to tell you to pay for that apple or pay for that water, but that's the world we live in. But if you start eating those beautiful natural things that grow on our planet, and stop wasting your money on materialistic objects and garbage, and invest that into your health. Invest that finally into your health. Eating right, connecting with nature, breathing in deep, good oxygen, then you are altering, shifting, changing the vibrational state of existence of your physical vessel. Excellent. The mind starts to feel good. You're taking vitamins, you're meditating, you're breathing in, you're practicing present mindfulness, You're watching your emotions, you're watching your thoughts, you're not identifying with them, you're not letting yourself become that fluctuating, spontaneous hamster wheel of thoughts and emotions and thoughts and feelings and thoughts and emotions and thoughts. You're not becoming those, right? So you're clearing your mind out. Healthy, clear mind. What's this? That's logical. That makes perfect sense. Absolutely. There you go. You're connected and listening to the logical voice of reason that most of you have been second guessing and casting self doubt on your entire lives. The higher awareness. You've made the connection, physical, mental, and spiritual. Now you are ready to inside to breathe into your heart. Understand forgiveness comes not just from the self, but forgiving all parties involved because they're all on their journey, all experiencing pain just as you. The pain goes away from the heart. My mother, my father, that girlfriend, that boyfriend, that boss, that friend, they did this to me. I can't get that thought out of my mind. Their projections, their actions do not identify me. Their perspective does not define me. That was one moment, one event, one experience of my life, and it does not define me. You let that go. That's how we begin to heal ourselves the same way. I have pain in my body. I fell off a ladder. Oh man, it's not broken, but oh, I bruised it. It's so bad. You breathe your healing energy. I just told you, put your hand on that pain. You can feel it, let it go, hold it, and do this for your friends, when your mother, your father, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your kids. My neck hurts, my back hurts. Oh, come here, sit down. Put one hand on their spine and one hand on the pain and just rub them. And inside, I am taking my energy and I am healing them. I am giving them comfort. My photons, my divine light is transferring in. I am coding my cells. Everything I am giving them right now is alleviating their pain. And you do it when you connect with somebody just like this online. And you know that somewhere inside their mind or heart, there's something hurting them. And you do this. I know. I know you have experienced things that are still with you. Every day at some point you think about them. They consciously drag you back into that dark moment. You feel defeated, worthless. I understand this happens a lot. So much of us gets broken and defeated in this life. And I promise you this, none of those things define you. It's not your fault, just as it wasn't their fault, those who hurt you. Every single one of us are misguided, living a life designed and created by somebody long ago, one we had no say in whatsoever. One that holds us so tightly still to this concept of kings and queens and peasants that we don't even realize we are the peasants because we're distracted by all these materialistic objects. And all along we're paying, we're shelling out money for books and healing and medicine and pills and sage and crystals and candles and everything. And we're doing all these things. But what we're doing is like what 2020 did. One of the biggest things is made everybody stress eat. Everybody gained weight because they just ate. And it becomes habitual. We let relationships become habitual. All these things break us down. So self-healing, the power of self-healing is rising above those things. And if you are a person who believes you are here for a reason, you're a fifth dimensional being, you're a light worker, you are a light being, then you better tell me you have risen above those things. Because if you didn't, you're not. And you're still in pain, and you're still being held down by this world, the mind of the ego, the illusionary concepts, and you are not contacting, connecting with, and believing in your higher power. Every single one of us are the energy of nothingness that became aware. Every single thing, every star, every dimension, every galaxy, every planet, every piece of dirt, every grain of sand, every ant, every leaf, every butterfly, every single thing, you, me, all of it, was created by the nothingness that we are. That silence that became aware. And think of how long that silence had to, that stillness, that nothingness had to be able to evolve, to be able to create all of this within itself. We are the imagination, the result of a creative thought in the mind of God. You have infinite, infinite power. And the sooner you believe in yourself, the better. Because what the world needs right now is not another argument, not another politician. We don't need more handbags. I don't need another car. What we need is to really get in touch and tune with ourselves, to stop the separation, stop the projections of judgment, stop the harshness, stop the destruction, and start taking care of ourselves so we become the inspirational example of the lives around us, for the people around us who are looking for their way out of our darkness, out of their darkness. We don't project to them, we don't expect to them, we just live. We be the example. And the only way you're ever going to do that is by waking up right now and understanding all of that stuff you're second guessing and self doubting, beyond that noise, beyond that chaos in your mind. That is the voice of the higher awareness, your infinite awareness, the mind, the voice of God, the knowing, whatever you want to call it, the universe, the unicorn, the rainbow. I don't care. Listen to it. That's all I ever want from anybody, is for you to start believing in yourself, because I came from nothing. An abusive, physically, mentally, sexually family in the projects. I have been through so much dark shit in my life, and it has always been me. It has always been me in the end that has gotten me through it. The belief in myself, picking myself up, healing myself. Because when I would expect that and hope and wait for it in the outside world, I would expect, I would get more hoping for it. I would get more waiting for it. Just like the most beautiful thing you can ever hear. You cannot have what you want. You cannot have what you want. Because if you sit there and say, I want a new car, I want a better life, all you're going to get back is more wanting of a new car or more wanting of a new life. But that's the conversation for Monday night when we talk about the law of attraction and manifesting. Because this is all cohesive, my friends. Self-healing, manifesting into your reality, living a present mindful reality, knowing you are the observer behind the noise, behind the reflection, behind the false identity. You are the silent nothingness behind the observer and the nothingness. So, I can't express enough my gratitude to be able to sit here with you and connect with you and talk to you like this and make videos every single day to help you go within. And I don't mean this in any egotistical way, but we also have to limit our influences. You know, you wake up in the morning, you start scrolling social media, you're going from happy to sad, angry to mad, all of these things. You're seeing what everybody else is doing, and instantly you're going, oh, I want that. Oh, look at that beach. Oh my God, look at that vacation. Oh, look at that boat. And you're changing your own algorithm, your own energy, your own vibrational existence because of somebody else's. So really, disconnecting with some of this stuff, limiting, filtering your reality, filtering your social media, being really selective with who and what you're following, what you're taking in, what you're eating, what you're seeing, what you're hearing. All of these things play a part, my friend. So, I find it interesting sometimes when I talk to healers and stuff, and they tell me that they work on their clients and stuff, and as I talk to them for 5 minutes later, I find out that this person's life is a wreck, their marriage is a wreck, their kids are crazy and chaotic, they can't focus and calm themselves, and just 2 minutes ago they told me that they heal people. And I'm thinking to myself, well, how the hell are you healing anybody if you can't even get your own energy and house in order? So really, listen, it's time. This is going to be the last thing I say for this. It's honestly time to take an honest look at your life, what you're saying, what you're doing, how the creative power of words is affecting your life and those around you, what you're eating, what you're watching, what you're taking in, how that's affecting your body, what you're doing, what you're letting be manipulated of by doctors and all these people because you're not taking care of your own health. You're not listening to that higher awareness, but you're listening to everybody else's advice on what to do. And these are the same people who are turning around going, that's not how you feel. That's not what you mean. Just completely invalidating you and your existence. So it's really time to take that honest look at your life, look at it, understand it, and then make the changes. Start making the changes. And again, this is more of a point for the conversation on Monday, but I promise you, take care of your body, your mind will feel better. When your mind and body feel better, you will be connected to the higher awareness. Not only will at that point you be able to understand your healing energy, drawing in that breath, but guess what? When your body and your mind and soul are feeling better, you are projecting better energy around you. And everyone around you, without you even having to say a word, your friends, your family, your coworkers, will feel that. You'll walk past them and they'll be like, something's different about her. Maybe she got a haircut. Nope. It's just your energy, your feeling. And that's how we can influence and help people out of their darkness, just being there. But don't kid yourself. You've got to heal yourself first before you start trying to heal anybody else. That's just, really, come on. I mean, seriously, heal yourself. That's all falls back down to that old practice what you preach, right? If we as spiritual teachers or life coaches can say to somebody, you have to eat good, you've got to start practicing mindfulness, you've got to start getting in tune with yourself within, then that means I am doing this and I do this. I meditate like a mad, crazy dog all day. I grow. I have a beautiful garden outside. I kale, celery, carrots. I green juice every day, almost every day. Kale, celery, cucumbers, green apples, pears, ginger, and lime every single day. And I don't eat meat. I say I'm a vegan, but I do from time to time slip up with like a slice of pizza with some cheese or some ice cream. So I guess I have to really say I'm a very strict vegetarian. I do not contribute to the death of another species in any way, shape, or form. And that's just part of my own personal spiritual knowing. Let's just call it that. So again, look, from dental issues to bone and muscle problems to cervical ruptures in my spine. I have taken care of these things. Now, the cervical rupture in the spine, I found a upper cervical chiropractor. His name is Justin. He's in Connecticut. That's where I live, in Connecticut. And I went and saw him. I sat down in his office. I handed him my MRI and x-rays. I looked him dead in the face and I said, listen to me. You have to be completely honest with me. This cannot be about money. If you can help me, you can help me. But if you look at my stuff and you say to me, I cannot help you, then I need you to do that because I've got a child coming into this world in 2 months and I want to be able to hold my baby, right? And he was like, I promise you, man, I'm not here to take your money. He looked at it, he goes, you are in really, really, really bad shape. He goes, but I can help you. I can help you. And I never, never anything like that. It was always just him using vibration, a tool of vibration, adjusting, and it's the most insane thing. He's like a piano tuner, man. He knows. He just touched it. He was like, yeah, right there. And I'm like, man, that's exactly where it's bothering me. He always find that spot, use this tool of vibration. I would go home and do the care. The care. Now listen to me. This is the biggest point of this entire conversation. I would do the work. I would maintain what I needed to do. I would sit with my neck arched up on the little baby block. They had to give me one for a baby because I couldn't even look up, pressing on my vertebrae. I sat every night for hours in meditation like this. I am healing. My neck is healing. My body is healing. My mind is healing. My soul is healing. My heart is healing. Every night for hours and hours and hours, I would do this. And I told you, There's no fusion in my neck. And the reason I didn't want to do the surgery wasn't because I didn't trust the neurosurgeon. I know technology. I know technology. It's advancing all the time. And I would get the fusion surgery, and then 2, 3 years later, there'd be some way that they can finally replace vertebrae. And guess what? A month ago, I saw an article. I don't know what, Katherine Heigl maybe is her name, or some celebrity. She got literally no fusion. They went in and they can now replace the ruptured disc. They can remove the ruptured disc and replace it with a titanium one, and you are golden, man. And it is the most incredible thing. And I was like, yeah, there you go. Let me wait a little while longer. You know, maybe when I'm 65 and my bones degrade more, there'll be nothing I can do about it and have to get it. But I'm going to keep on taking my vitamins. I take vitamins every single day for my age, you know, multivitamin for my age. I take vitamins for my mind. I do. For mind function, heart function, things like that. I green juice every day. I'm a vegetarian. I eat lots of fruit and vegetables, a lot of like nuts and stuff like that. And that's the key to self-healing. Here's the key. You've got to do the work. You've got to do the work to make yourself heal. It's not just about, oh, you know, I've got this bad shoulder. I'm going to eat all this crap food and I'm going to be fine. I'm going to heal. Let me drink some soda and drink some alcohol and go out and party with my friends. Oh, I'm healing, man. I'm healing. I'm sending my healing energy. It's not going to work like that. You've got to do the work. You've got to discipline. And Mike Tyson, believe it or not, said it best because Gus D'Amato, his trainer. What is discipline? Discipline is doing what you hate like you love. It's doing what you hate like you love it. You have to fake it, not till you make it, but fake it until you become it. Every single day you've got to fight that habitual cave, that habitual shell that we've all been encased in. Every day we've got to fight and go, no, I am not going to be defeated by my own doubt and fear. I am not going to be defeated by this. I'm going to get up. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to look at the sun. I'm going to sit for 10 minutes in silence. You've got to push yourself to do these things, my friends, because no one is going to do them for you. And the power of self-healing is having an absolutely fantastic, as best you can, running body, mind, soul, and spirit. It's being in tune with yourself. It's practicing love and kindness. It's understanding that you are a being of energy vibrating in and out of existence, and you can transfer that energy. But most of all, it's about you believing in that power within yourself, and dedicating yourself, allowing yourself finally for the first time in your life the space, freedom, and patience to work on becoming that version of yourself. And if you watch my videos, I was just saying filtering your reality, and I'm not trying to push me down your throat because I don't want anything for you, but my TikTok videos, I really try to make them in some sort of a consecutive order. Of course, there's redundant, repetitive things because you all need to be reminded all the time, right? But if you start from my first TikTok video and just start working your way up till now, you're going to go, wow, this is great. I'm feeling much better. This is great. Every single day I'm going to be listening to this. Then you're practicing. You're taking part of something. You're turning me off. You're not listening to other things. You're working on yourself. The power of self-healing is discipline and self-belief. And I absolutely believe in you. I completely do. I know you can do it. You know what? Because I did it. I did it. And I see people do it all the time when I connect with them and talk with them. And that's the last thing I'm going to say, my friends. You all have a life to go do. Listen to me. I say this redundantly. If there's something you want to share, if you want to connect, if you want to have a conversation, people ask me all the time, do I do guided meditations? There is a series on my IGTV of over 60 guided meditations. There is over 3,000 videos on my IGTV. There's over 200 videos on my YouTube channel, and 90% of them have meditations in them. Meditation is my life. It has saved my life. And if any of you ever want to get together, talk, vent, cry, heal, meditate, learn about mindfulness, any of that stuff, It's as simple as sending me a direct message or emailing me or connecting with me somehow. But please do. I love to also video reply. So we can't really do that here, but we can over on the other place. And other than that, Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the law of attraction, manifesting into your reality. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a good one. So tell your friends and grab your healthy snack. And everybody, I will see you live Monday night. But I promise you, tomorrow morning, videos, 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 videos. I'm always here. And reach out. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Namaste. God bless, my friends. And as I said before, I know it sounds cliche and it probably sounds corny, but I truly do love you. I really do. And I absolutely believe in you. And the pain, the thoughts you have, they're all very real. So I absolutely validate you if anybody in your life is telling you that's not how you feel and that's not what's going on with you. It is. It is true. If that's how you feel, that's how you think, if that's what your perspective is, then it's your reality. And I absolutely love you and I want to be here for you in any capacity. Well, maybe not any capacity, but we'll figure that out. Everybody have a beautiful evening. Namaste. God bless. I'll see you soon, my friends. Take care. Bye bye.